Alright, so in today's video we're going to be talking about the Dewalt Air Inflater. Now I got this for Christmas, Santa got it for me, so I've been using it for a long time now. Right now it is May, and so I've been using it for quite a few months. And one of the things that shocked me about this unit is after Christmas it was -4 degrees out and Caroline's tire was flat, and I pulled this out and I was worried because it has a screen in front here and I was worried about it freezing and breaking, but it held up like a champ. And not only did it inflate her flat tire, I got all 4 of her tires inflated to proper PSI, and then I went to my vehicle and I inflated all 4 tires on my vehicle as well, and it was very simple to use. Also, it does all the work for you. You just thread this onto your valve stem, and then I could put my hands in my pockets, put my back to the wind, and kind of stay warm as this did all the work. And so I really appreciate that, because one of the worst things when it's that cold out is inflating tires, because you have to keep your hand on it to inflate, and then you have to check with the gauge, and then you have to put it on, and it's kind of a tedious process. And when it's that cold out and you're worried about hypothermia and you're worried about frostbite, it's really not a good time. And the fact that this made it so easy and so convenient and I was able to stay warm, I'm sold. Really like this thing. Some of the features I showed you already. This tube comes out and then you just screw it onto your valve stem, and you saw from the B-roll that it works really well. It's also self-contained here. Staying on this side right here, there's a compartment. And so if your battery dies, or if your battery's not working because it's too cold out or whatever, again, I had no problem using the battery, but for whatever reason, if the battery's not working, it comes with a 12-volt DC adapter, so you can plug this into your vehicle and then run it from your vehicle, which is really cool. Or you can just take this out and use this as storage. But I keep it in there because if, again, for whatever reason my battery's not working, or if I forget the battery at home, I can still use this with the power of my vehicle. In there it says not a charger, so when it's plugged in it's not going to charge the battery. It's simply so you can use the unit from your vehicle. On this side you have, on the bottom here, there's a little spot that holds the inflator. And this whole hose comes off, and then there's a setting in here so you can use this. This bottom port blows air out, this top port sucks air in, and so you can put this on and it locks into place, and you can fill a pool inflator, you can air mattress, inner tubes. There's lots of different things that you might need to fill with this. One of the things that I like though is you can inflate a queen size air mattress and then camp out for the weekend, and then it also locks onto the deflate, so then you can pull all that air out of the queen size mattress, so you can fold it easier and fit it back into the box. Because one of the things that's really hard with the queen size mattress is getting all that air out and getting it back small enough to where you can store it. So being able to suck all that air out is a really good idea, and I really like that it can do that. And then again, this all goes back together relatively quickly. Just snaps into place. On this side you also have a needle, so if you need to inflate a football or a basketball, I guess there's just balls that I can think of. There's a blower, and these needles fit into this side, right? So all those attachments fit thread onto the threaded side. And so then again, your football and your basketballs and different things. So all of those will fit onto this side, and it turns it into a little blower as well if you use that black attachment. And so very versatile, very easy to use. One of the other things is that it has a flashlight, and so when you are in the dark you can use the flashlight to find the valve stem on your tires. I used it when I was filling my lawnmower tires because this thing gets down to very low PSI The lowest it can go is 3 psi, and I could find how much I needed to inflate my lawnmower tires. One was 14 psi, the other was 10, and I used that light to read the tires. When you turn it on, there's 2 screens. The one on the left tells you how much air is inside the tire you're hooked up to, and then there's a little gauge saying how close it is to your preset setting, which is on the right, and it goes from 3 all the way up to 160, and it goes in half 0.5 increments. And so you can dial this thing in to whatever you need it to do. 33 is where I inflate my tires most of the time. So 33 psi, put it on, push the play button, and it's good to go. It's going to run and it's going to do all the work for you. You push the button again, you get a little blower, and that's how you use this side to inflate air beds and floaties and different things. And again, that's not going to set a PSI. You're going to have to pay attention when you're using this side. And then the flashlight button. The battery is open on the back, and so you can still see your battery level back here. Inside here I have a 4 amp hour battery, and so it sits on its feet right now. When I put in a 6 amp hour battery, it sits on the battery, so the feet are not touching the table right now. So if you want to make sure not to bang this thing down when it's sitting on its battery, because you don't want to damage these. And so I use the 4 just so that if it does drop or bang down, it's landing on the feet and not the battery itself. And yeah, that is it. I really am a fan of this thing. The fact that I can just push the play button and walk away and let it do its thing. The fact that it works even when it's -4 degrees out, when it's freezing cold out, it still does what I need it to do. This is going to be one of my new favorite tools. Just the fact that it takes care of my tires. I can use it to inflate my air mattresses and different things. I think it's awesome. And the flashlight can also be used to signal traffic. So if you're pulled over on the side of the road, you can set this and have the flashlight on so people can see you. You can shine it on yourself so that people can see you, or you can shine it down the road so people know that there's something in the ditch and that you don't get ran over. So I'm a big fan. I like it a lot. I will leave an affiliate link in the description box down below if you want to check one out for yourself, and I cannot wait to see you on my next video. This thing's awesome.